Locate. In this video, we are going to see about locate. The locate command is often the simplest and quickest way to find the location of files and directories on Linux and other Unix-like operating systems. The basic syntax for locate is: when used without any options, locate displays every absolute path name for which the user has access permission that contains any of the names of files or directories that are provided to it as arguments, that is, input data. The absolute path name, also referred to as the absolute path or the full path, is the hierarchy of directories from the root directory to the designated file or directory. The root directory is the directory at the very top of the file system, that is the hierarchy of files that contains all other directories and files on the system and which is designated by a /. It is important that the absolute path name is returned both because it tells the exact locations on the system and because it makes it possible to indicate the locations of files or directories that have the same name but different absolute paths. Thus, for example, the following would list the absolute paths of all files named file1 and all directories named directory1 for which the user had access permission. It should also list any other absolute path names that contained these strings, that is, sequences of characters, for example, /home/john/file123 or /user/local/mydirl/index.html. The specificity of locate can be increased by using it together with wildcards or other regular expressions. Wildcards are characters that can be used to substitute for any other character or characters. For example, the start character is a wildcard that can represent any single character or any string containing any number of characters. Regular expressions are a string that describes or matches a set of strings according to certain syntax rules. For example, the following command uses a star wildcard to display all files on the system that have the .png filename extension. The Q option is used to suppress error messages, such as those that might be returned in the event that the user does not have permission to access designated files or directories. Thus, the following would suppress any error messages in the above example. It is often the case that a large number of results will be returned for any query. The n option followed by an integer limits the results to a specific number. For example, the following command would display only 15 results in a search for files that have an .html extension. An alternative is to use a pipe that is represented by the vertical bar character to redirect the output of locate from the display screen to a pager such as more or less, which presents only one screen full of output at a time. For example, the I option performs a case-insensitive search. That is, it will return any results that match the arguments regardless of whether individual letters are lowercase or uppercase. For example, the following would return all files with the extension .html, .html or some combination thereof. Another way to determine whether slocate is being used is to see if an absolute path name such as /user/bin/slocate is returned when the following command is issued. Manual updating can be accomplished by logging in as the root user, that is administrative user, such as by using the su, that is substitute user command, and then issuing the following command. The same thing can be accomplished by the root user by using locate with its u, that is update option, that is. For the curious, the database is located at /var/lib/slocate/slocate.db on some systems such as Red Hat. Its exact location on any particular system can be found by the root user, that is because ordinary users will not have access permission on most systems with the locate command as follows. The database is a binary file, that is a non-text file. However, for the really curious user who has root permission, the human readable portion of its contents can be viewed by first using the strings command to extract all the plain text and by then piping the output to less for displaying one screenful at a time as follows. If it is desired to perform a more sophisticated search, including searching by attributes other than name, example by size, creation date, or location, the find command should be used. Locate examples. In this video, we are going to see about locate examples. Search a file using locate. To search a particular file using locate, just do the following. The following command searches for httpd.conf in the entire system. You can also use locate 0 to display all the output in one line. For example, display only the count. To get the count of number of matching entry, use locates, see as shown below. Use update db to refresh mlocate database. Suppose you took a backup of an existing file. If you try to search for sysctl.conf using the locate utility, you will not find the sysctl.conf.org. The reason is that after the sysctl.conf.org was created, the database on which the locate utility works is not updated. So let's update the database using the update db command and execute locate again. Please note that update db needs to be executed as root. After update db, if you execute locate, you will find the sysctl.conf.org file. Change mlocate database location. The default database that locate utility reads is /var/lib/mlocate/mlocate.db. But if you wish to link the locate command with some other database kept at some other location, use the D option. For example, check file existence. Now suppose the file sysctl.conf.org that we created in example 3 above got deleted, and if you try to locate sysctl.conf, it will still display the sysctl.conf.org file. As you see from the above output, locate command shows sysctl.conf.org even after the file was deleted. This result is misleading. Even when the file exists in the mlocate.db, it will still verify to make sure the file is physically present in the system before displaying it. Find. In this video, we are going to see about find. The format of the find command is: if you do not specify a path, find starts in the current working directory and looks through all subdirectories for the specified pattern. The most common option is name, which tells find to search for all files and directories with a certain string of letters in their name. The above command searches through the current working directory for all files with FOO in their name. Basic find examples. In this video, we are going to see about basic find examples. Finding a file in a Linux system can be difficult if you don't know how. The best way to find files is to utilize several different terminal commands. Method 1. Search for a file by its file name. This is the most basic search you can perform using the find command. The command will search for the query in the current directory and any subdirectories. Using iname instead of name ignores the case of your query. The iname command is case sensitive. Set the search to start in the root directory. If you want to search your whole system, you can add the / modifier to the query. This will tell find to search all directories starting from the root directory. You can start the search in a specific directory by replacing the / with a directory path such as /home/pat. You can use dot instead of / to force the search to only be performed on the current directory and subdirectories. Use the wildcard character asterisk to search for anything that matches the part of the query. The wildcard asterisk character can be useful for finding something if you don't know the full name, or if you want to find everything with a specific extension. This will return all of the .conf files in pat's user folder and subdirectories. For example, if you have a lot of documents related to wiki how, you could find them all by typing *wiki*. If you're getting lots of search results, it can be difficult to sift through them. Use the bar character and send the search results to the less filtering program. Find specific types of results. You can use modifiers to only return specific types of results. You can search for regular files, that is F, directories, that is D, symbolic links, that is L, character devices, that is C, and block devices, that is B, by using the right modifier. Find and logical operators. In this video, we are going to see about find and logical operators. If multiple criteria are given to the find commands, all criteria are and ed together by default. This behavior can be overridden with the or not options. Operator precedence / expression / the logical not, the logical and, that is and A, the logical or, that is or O. Examples: find files based on permissions. In this video, we are going to see about find files based on permissions. If you want to use the find command to check for matches based on the permissions of the file, you need to use the perm test. This takes the form where pmode can be a symbolic or numeric mode optionally prefixed by a, hyphen or a /. These prefixes are explained below. When there is no prefix, the permissions of the file being examined must match those specified by pmode exactly. For example, the above command will only match files with permissions of exactly 644. What this does is match files where the read and write permission bits are set for the owner, but group and other only have read permissions bits set. Any extra file mode bits are ignored. This means that files with the following permissions would match OK: 777, 776, 766, 758, 754, 744, 666, 655, 654, 644. While files with permissions 642, 624, 622, 611, 600, 544, 543, 533, 532, 522, 521, etc. would not match. So you can think of the hyphen prefix as meaning at least this bit, that is S, must be set for a file to match. Find files based on permissions, that is symbolic. You can use the symbolic notation for representing file permissions if you wish. The same rules for the prefixes hyphen and / apply, that is the explained above. To find an exact match, just omit the prefix. If you need a reminder about how to use the symbolic notation of file permissions, you may want to read our file permissions post. We can use the A, U, G, O and R, W, X, S and T letters to accomplish the same job as the numeric values. Or to be more concise, to find files that are writable by group or other, you could use This command will find the same files. Thus, when using the perm option, you can use equal to or plus for symbolic notation. It doesn't matter. To find files with at least permissions RW, R, that is octal 644 use. Find and numeric criteria. In this video, we are going to see about find and numeric criteria. The Linux find command is a very useful and handy command to search for files from the command line. It can be used to find files based on various search criteria like permissions, modification date or time, user ownership, size, etc. Many find criteria take numeric value such as examples. Find files with a size exactly 10 MB. Find files with a size of over 10 MB. Find files with a size of less than 10 MB. Find and access times. In this video, we are going to see about find and access times. Sometimes a Linux server is running out of disk space. When this happens, it can be because of users are uploading big files to the system, that is in my case an FTP server. You can look for large files, or you can use the Linux timestamp to look for files that have been accessed or modified the last few days. You need to use the find command. Each file has 3 timestamps, which record the last time that certain operations were performed on the file. Access, that is read the file's contents, A time. Change the status, that is modify the file or its attributes, C time. Modify, that is change the file's contents, M time. Find text files that were last modified 60 days ago, use. Display content of file on screen that were last modified 60 days ago, use. Count total number of files using WC command. Find executing commands and examples. In this video, we are going to see about find executing commands and examples. Find can also execute commands on the found files by using the following options. Find execution examples. The Genome search tool. In this video, we are going to see about the Genome search tool. The Genome search tool is accessed via places, search for files. The Genome search tool only looks at the user's home directory by default. The Genome search tool uses the find command in the background but not have all the find features. Genome search tool is a utility for finding files on your system. To perform a basic search, you can type a file name or a partial file name with or without wildcards. To refine your search, you can apply additional search options. Genome search tool uses the find, grep, and locate Unix commands. The case sensitivity of the search depends on your operating system. For example, on Linux, the find, grep, and locate commands support the I option, so all searches are case insensitive.